In Lesson 8, we're going to look at division of rational numbers. We're going to combine two things that we've already practiced. We're going to divide fractions, but then we're also going to have to pay attention to positive and negative signs and determine which answer it will be. So here we're reviewing fractions, and when we divide, we do our keep, change, flip. We keep the first fraction, we change division to multiplication, and then we flip the second fraction over. Then to remember whether an answer is positive or negative when dividing, if they have the same signs, then the answer will be positive, and different signs, the answer will be negative. So on the first problem, I'm going to first set up our keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the first one, change to multiplication, flip the second one over. We learned in a previous lesson that the fraction, the negative symbol, can be on the top of the fraction or down in the denominator or in front of it. So if you move it around from top to bottom or directly in front of the fraction bar, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to determine whether my answer is positive or negative. The signs here are different, so it will be negative, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. I'm going to look for ways to simplify. So 2 and 6 share a common factor, so I'm going to divide those both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then multiply numerators together. So 5 times 1 is 5, 3 times 3 is 9. So negative 5/9. If you don't want to simplify early like we did here, then you would have had negative 10 over 18. You would divide those both by 2. They share a common factor of 2, and then you would have had negative 5/9 as well. Okay, the next problem, we're going to start off with our keep, change, flip. So keep the first one, change to multiplication, flip the second one over. I'm going to keep the negative up top, but it's fine. You could have kept it down on the 14. Since both of them are negative, they have the same sign, so my answer is positive. I wouldn't have to put the positive symbol there, but I'm going to go ahead and put it so I know I've taken care of that. I'm now looking for ways to simplify. Both 9s have a common factor of 9, so I'm going to divide those by 9 and turn those into 1s. Then I'm going to divide 7 and 14 by 7, so 7 divided by 7 is 1, 14 divided by 7 is 2, and then multiply what I have left. 1 times 1 is 1, and denominators 1 times 2 is 2. So my answer is 1/2, and I would not have to have that positive symbol there. Okay, I'm going to set it up with our keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, and flip the second fraction over. The signs are different, so my answer is going to be negative. I can simplify both ways here. So I'm going to simplify the 8 and 24, dividing them both by 8. If you were thinking of a common factor like 2 or 4, you can divide by those, but then they'll also simplify again. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 6 and 30, I'm going to divide them both by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. Multiply what I have left. The numerators, 3 times 1 is 3, and denominators 5 times 1 is 5. So negative 3/5. On our last example, I'm still going to do our keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, flip the second fraction over. The signs are the same, so it's positive. I'm looking for ways to simplify, and 4 and 8 share a common factor of 4, so I'm going to divide those by 4. and then multiply what I have left. Numerators, 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1 for the denominators. That's improper. That means 6 divided by 1, which would be 6. It's still positive. I'm not going to write the positive there, but it's understood to be there. So when you go and look for your assignment today, you're looking for Lesson 8, Division of Rational Numbers, with our focus on fractions.